up, you guys? I'm here in Drum Studio, so I'm not going to be able to chat with you guys too much. But if you want to support me in the channel, I will leave a link, I think. No, I won't. I guess I can't comment. Is there no way that I can comment? It's crazy, I can't comment. Oops. Whoops. Anyways, I can't leave a comment with the link, but the link is in my bio if you want to support. Feel free. If not, just hang out, watch. Let's set it up. Guys. What's up, Bubba? I am about to drum. I rented a studio. Pretty stoked, so I'm just setting up my cymbals. Like I said, the cymbals are probably one of the most important things. You can carry something that's definitely cymbals. go. I just gotta go through like a set, or not a set, just like half a song, and then I'll like dial everything in. So I'm very particular. I lost a wing nut. Crazy. Anyways, I guess it's not that important. Sure would like to have that. Where did it go? That's nuts. Roll. Anyways, we'll find that. Let's get everything dialed in. This is why it's so annoying coming to practice studios. You're trying to get everything set up. Way too high. rough setup, guys. Sorry, I can't really see what you guys are saying. Good. As good as it's gonna get. Man, this is why we don't come to a studio very often. A lot of pieces that need to get adjusted, and if you have a set up, ready to go, that's the way. And you make do. it sounds okay to you guys. I am out of shape. Chapter 13 by Plus 44. Those that are curious. Let's see if I can make my way through Reckless Abandon. Wait, 22. I'm a little under the weather. Sorry. Let's take a quick break. Oh man, am I out of shape. All right. What's going on? What's going on in YouTube land? How's everybody doing? How are the sounds? The drumming is kind of loud. Yeah, I could try to take a request. I haven't played in like, God, it's been months since I played. Oh, sorry, Bubba. I just saw that. I won't be able to play along because I can't see anything because you guys are far away from me right now. Oh, roller coaster guy. Welcome back. Welcome back. I'm starting to form a little blister. That's all right. Man, you guys can probably see it. Maybe not. You play the drums? Nice. How long have you been playing? Man, I'm tired. I'm tired. Man. It's a pretty nice studio, though. You guys want to check it out? You got bass amp. Right now I'm using a guitar cab for my computer. How do I join, Bubba? I don't see an option to join. I see pin message, report, removed, channel activity, remove, we're using timeout, no. What's up, Steven? What does this little guy do? That turns the camera off. I just can't figure it out. Oh, go to your channel? Oh, but then I have to leave this stream? Yeah, that's all good. I wish... Let me see if I can connect to the internet on my computer. We'll see. We'll see. Can you join mine? Are you able to join mine? Yeah, let's figure it out next time. Cause it's hard, like, as you can see, the phone is like super far away, and that's the only way I can see you guys commenting. So I wouldn't even be able to see you play. But yeah. Here we go. Oh, interesting. Interesting. It's all good. We'll do another time. Maybe when I'm playing guitar so then I can see you, you know? Alright, back to this. I feel like I'm more of a guitarist than a drummer now. I can barely play this stuff. Need my chops back. see if I can play my old stuff. If I have it. Yeah. Let's take a little break. Ooh. Oh, man. Did that hi ever do to you? Yeah, rest in peace. Gosh, what's that guy's name? The Devil Wears Prada guy. It's crazy. It's about, actually, that plane crash is about 2 hours from where I live. Crazy. How's everybody doing out there? Oh, man. So I'm also like fighting off a cold, which just sucks. I can just feel it in my face. Ugh, being sick is awful. Man. But yeah, man, I haven't played drums in, gosh. It's definitely been a few months since I came. And then before that, it's been maybe a year? Gosh, I don't even know. It's really hard to play it's really hard to play like you already know. It's like really, it's like this weird, it's a weird feeling. So like when you're a beginner, you're learning and you're building muscle memory. So you're kind of just gradually like building your muscles, your muscle memory, and you know your comfortability. But when you've played for 10 years and then stop, your muscle memory is like there, but it's not there. It's really, it's such a weird, it's a weird feeling. And I don't know quite how to describe it. Like I know I can do all of this stuff, but like my muscle memory like kind of like forgets, and I'm like super rusty, and my endurance, like my muscle endurance, like my forearms are burning, I'm winded. This is crazy, like how when you're a beginner and you just gradually learn, you build everything as you're learning. Your endurance, your muscle memory, everything, your muscles. But like coming back, I feel like it's a little harder because you like want to just bust out and play like you used to play really hard, play fast, and it's just not there. Like your muscles tense up, you got blisters forming, you don't remember parts anymore. That's kind of frustrating too. Like before, you would just learn songs and you would just kind of, you would learn the parts, right? And now I think I remember, but I don't. I miss cues, I miss so many things. So it's like, I don't know, maybe like a good 6 months of just playing every day would wipe all these cobwebs away. It's interesting. And then like I was saying before, it's hard coming to a studio for a multitude of reasons. If that's what you need to do, that's what you need to do, right? But one, it's expensive. I'm spending $85 for 2 hours. So that's money gone. It takes me a good 20 minutes to set up the sets the way I want it. And even then, it's not perfect. When you have a home studio or your drums are in your garage or whatever, your drum set's just ready to go. You know, like you can just sit back there and just play. Here, you have to like fine tune everything, and then everything is just not the way it needs to be. Like I could probably tinker with some cymbal stands or whatever, you know. And then just lugging everything, you know, like I wish I had my drums for sure. I'm glad I was able to bring my cymbals, but these drums, the snare is good. The toms, they sound awful. They're just tuned too high pitch for my liking. And I don't want to spend, another 20 minutes tuning these the way I want it. I just deal with it. But other than that, like, it's good. It's good to come out here and just like play, you know. I do enjoy that. I wish I could, I did have an electric set, and I regret it every day selling that thing. Granted, I probably needed the money, but at the time I wasn't playing it. I had my drum set up, my acoustic drum set up. My band rented a studio monthly, so we had it set up there. So I could go anytime and practice. So I just wasn't using an electric set. And if I were to buy one now, there's just nowhere to put it. There's just like, we're in a 2-bedroom apartment, and my girlfriend needs to take one of the bedrooms because she's a therapist, and obviously she has to have her own privacy, et cetera, et cetera. And so then the other bedroom is obviously our bedroom. She would murder me if I put an electric set in the bedroom, let alone it won't even fit because, it's just like we have a queen size bed and there's just like very little room on the outside of the bed. That leaves, so we're in like a townhome, so that leaves the downstairs. We have a kitchen, a dining room. The dining room is where my office is, and it's just like, 100 square feet. So I can just put my desk, just my computer and my desk. And that's all it can basically fit. And some of my camera gear, and I have some like shelves and stuff to store all my camera gear and etc. And then there's the living room. The living room is pretty big, but the way it's set up is we have like a small couch and a chair, and then behind the couch is a kitchen table that we don't use at all. But I think we're just holding on to that kitchen table for when we do move, then we can kind of like put it in a dedicated dining room. And then I hopefully would have a dedicated room to myself to where I can buy an electric set or set up an acoustic set. So, long way of saying I can't freaking fit an electric set in the room or in the apartment. One, my girlfriend would kill me. Two, there's just not enough space. I'd probably trip over it anyways, But yeah, that's what I'm dealing with. So that's really why I picked up guitar. It's so much easier to pick up an acoustic guitar and just play. Same with electric. I just plug in. I don't know. Maybe I'm becoming a guitarist. It's weird to say. But I also feel at this point, too, like I've been playing guitar more than I have drums. And I feel like, weird as it is, I feel like I'm better at guitar right now. I suck at guitar, but I feel like I'm better at guitar than I am drums, which is weird. Super weird. Oh man, I'm tired. I wish this cold would go away. So my girlfriend's out of town right now. She was sick before she left, and she gave me the cold before she left. Ugh. For sure. It's like, you just need that endurance. It's crazy how much endurance you need. Travis Barker, he runs like 2 or 3 miles before they play a show. Isn't that insane? That's his like warm up. He'll go run a few miles, and then he'll practice in his green room, and he'll play the entire set. So he'll play for an hour and a half before even playing the show. Isn't that crazy? So much endurance right there. Imagine running 3 miles, run 3 miles, and then go play 90 minutes on practice pads or like an electric kit, and then go play a show for 90 minutes. Insane. Gotta have that endurance. Practice is key though, for sure. It's fun though being here, for sure. It's fun, but it's also frustrating because I just want to be able to be where I was. I like missing parts. Just the endurance. My arms are burning. Anyways, I'm gonna get back to it. Then, let's see, it's 2. Probably play for another 30 minutes, and then I gotta clean up. So I gotta put the studio back to the way it was. So I have to spend 20 or 30 minutes cleaning. I have a hard out at 3 because I have another person coming in. This is the way it is. All right. Alright, stay up time. How's it going? How's it going, chat? How's it going, everybody? Those that are just joining, I am at a hourly rental studio, so I got to start packing up my stuff. What's going on, everybody? Everybody's weekend. Hi, Emma. At the edge of the world. The cleaning was way easier this time around. Oh, I feel a little bit better. All right, you guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Let's sign off here. Got a nice little blister there. A nice little blister there. Let's see. See that? That's what you get. Those that are just joining, I just practiced for about an hour and a half. I'm in an hourly rehearsal studio. Just because those that don't know, I can't have a drum set in my apartment, for obvious reasons. But I was just riffing, playing some old songs, playing songs that I haven't played in a while. Hope everybody has a good weekend though. I'm about to sign off, about to check out of this place. I have some time left, but got everything cleaned up way faster than I set up. I'll take you on a little tour real quick. Those that have never had a studio before, that's never been into an hourly studio, it comes with everything you need. So this comes with guitar cab, Marshall cab, Ampeg, bass amp.
Struggling to convert your valuable leads, or are you a team leader looking for
drum set. It says it's DW, but it's not DW, it's specific. Which this cheap version of DW. The drums or whatever. The snare sounded good. Toms didn't. I brought my own cymbals. These are not my cymbals. Changed them out. It also comes with a 250 watt and another. So you could have three guitarists and a bass player and a drummer. And then it also comes with microphones and a PA system. It comes with a TV. I guess if you need to set up anything, I'm not sure. Comes with a giant mirror to make it look bigger. It's fully air conditioned. Yeah. Hooks and everything. So it's pretty cool. So I just rent it. It costs like $85 for for 2 hours. Yeah. So yeah. Unfortunately, I can't add any links for you guys to check out because I don't have my computer hooked up to the internet, and there's like no way to comment on your own chat, which I find strange. So anyways, that is it for today. Really tired, run down, feel a little sick. I don't know. Today feel weird drumming. It didn't bring back the feelings I was hoping to bring. Maybe because I'm just sick. Maybe because I'm not in a mood. Yeah. More to come. I think I'm feeling down. That's all. Feeling a little down, feeling a little sick. I'm gonna be real. Feeling anxious. Just anxious about everything. I won't get into it too much. You guys don't want to hear about my anxieties. I'm just kidding. Yeah. It was fun today. Looking forward to going home and showering and vegging out the rest of the evening. And hoping to knock this cold out before Monday. It's just nuts. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out. Appreciate you all. I know there's not a lot of people in here, but I know there's quite a few that came and checked me out. And then those that are watching back, I know there's some people that probably couldn't make it today because it's the weekend. And they're doing cookouts and all that stuff. But if you watch later, thank you for watching later. Appreciate you. Huge shout outs to the regulars, Bubba, AJ, Amora, Shane, Griffin. Probably missing a few. But thanks for coming to hang out all the time. And hopefully you watch us back. Comment and let me know if you do watch it back. No pressure, but I'm just curious if you guys do. Anyways, enough rambling. I will see you all very, very soon, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see what's going on. We'll see how I feel. Because I just want to get this cold, just knock it out. I just need to knock this cold out. Anyways, much love. You guys have a great weekend. Do some cookouts, eat some hot dogs, hamburgers, hang out with friends and family. And if I don't see you soon, well, two things. One, if you want to support, there's a link in my bio that you can support. Buy merch, hang out on Patreon, tip me, etc. If you don't want to do that, watch a video. Anything helps. Two, I'm on every Tuesday, Thursday, 7 p.m. Pacific time, and then I might come on this weekend. We'll see. And I'm done rambling now. I'm done. Okay? You guys have a great weekend. I will see you very, very soon. All right, take care. Peace.